So I'm here with Dr. Gillian Dooley, who's an expert in Matthew Flinders and his history. And we have here some very special items. Can you tell us what these are, Gillian?
Well, this is a copy of the will that Matthew Flinders left. It's a copy in his wife's handwriting. His wife Anne's handwriting after he died. And there's also a statement by his brother about the financial situation that he was actually in when he died.
So what did he tell us about the financial position of Captain Flinders at the time of his death?
Well, the financial position of Captain Flinders at his death was actually not as good as he had hoped it would be. So he had actually had about £3,500, I think that was his sort of equity when he retired, when he died. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. And how did these copies of the will come into our possession?
They were donated by Mr. Ian Keith, who is a relation by marriage of Flinders' sister Susanna.
What can you tell us, Gillian, about the circumstances of his death?
Well, he describes in about February 1814. He says this disease, which is the only thing I've ever suffered from, which is probably an exaggeration, has come back, and so I've called in a medical man to investigate it. And the medical man probably introduced an infection at the time, which was of course untreatable because they didn't have antibiotics yet.
Mm-hmm. So we think that Flinders actually had sight of a set of his journals?
Well, that's what Anne said. He lived just to see it. But not really. I mean, he'd been poring over the proofs for for months.
Probably never wanted to see it again.
Yes.
If it's anything like my PhD thesis. Look, thank you, Gillian. That was wonderful. Thank you.